And it really depends on the matchup. I think Dazzle against Sniper is not great, but we'll see with how they decide to do it here on Gaimin. A lot slower for Hector, who we are used to seeing Hector be on top in most of his heroes, flash farming in with the illusions. You don't quite have that, so you need that stable laning start to get things going. A little bit of a gate movement here from King Jungles.
Schofield getting quite low, will be okay now. King Jungles does come in and DOTA2 is being targeted and does go down. A huge pickup already from the side of Heroic and a very nice rotation from King Jungles. In fact, Celery also getting blocked very nicely from King. Oh, he finds that perfect juke spot. Just stands right in between him.
It's a DK lane down bot. It is a safe laner you can afford to leave behind. You're seeing just how aggressive your Timbersaw can go as well. The Timber Chain with that splinter damage to slow the chase down potential. It's always there for Schofield. That does draw in Quinn.
Thing is, you do lose K1 bottom lane, but now top lane. Schofield, he'll be getting chased down. Does get a ward down before he does drop. Still not quite as good of a kill as the DK, but I mean, both of them were on Gaimin side, so happy days for them. K1 going down in the meantime, Jonathan. The bigger deal to talk about, I think. Just kind of got left alone and just got chased down by Tofu and Ace.
I mean, you are tanky as a DK, but you really have to respect that magic damage coming out from Tofu. Even just...
Oh, Schofield, he was so close to chopping the right tree down with the Whirling Death, but Quinn, just way too quick with the Simian Stride, does get away. Is now bot lane. K1 in trouble again, and there's no chance of getting out. DOTA2 will take him down. Another great kill for Gaimin.
And again, it's down to this draft having so much magic damage in lane. This DK is not going to feel that comfy, even in solo, in a situation where theoretically a DK should be relatively happy. KJ?
Yeah, I mean, KJ, he just TP'd right in to the outpost and sadly was not anticipating DOTA2 just to be standing there waiting for him. And well, with that, KJ will go down and Tofu even finds Analog. So they've lost their mid-dazzle on top. Do they keep... Oh, K1, he's going to show. He's going to show. Unfortunate here for the DK, because now they're definitely going to go right for the Dragon Knight. And it really is that easy. Once you've got the vessel up on top, which Ace certainly does.
And you're still being much more efficient on the map on Gaimin. Even though you're not finding kills, you are forcing Heroic to slow down their farm severely here, just to dissuade Gaimin from trying to find kills.
Lane, they have found Schofield, so that's going to be a nice easy pick-off here for Gaimin Gladiators. They might even just look towards that bottom tier 2 tower now. I mean, there's just nothing to stop Gaimin.
No. I have to take care of that back line. You do see, again, there is damage potential for Heroic that you managed to isolate.
They found Ace. This would be a big one if they could get it. Ace, dropping low, does go down. They secure one. Quinn, he did pop the Wukong's command, still tasting Divine Llama, but Divine Llama is actually returning a lot of damage back his way. In comes Tofu to try and help out. They're doing a lot of damage here to Schofield. Meanwhile, Device still controlling up the MK with these familiars. Does get another stun off, but they don't have the backup. Divine needs to run. Gaimin, they've got too many numbers here. They'll find the Visage, and they'll probably find his familiars to boot.
Not just the cores, even the supports, right? Like Tofu could transition into a little bit more damage. I think we saw Q do that yesterday on his sniper. There is potential for everyone to scale also.
Oh, K1, he's just had a target on his back this whole game. Caught out again. The TPs are just too slow. They'll at least get a Shallow Grave off. He's got a bit of time to try and survive, but it's just not enough. There's no way to help him regen through that, as now Celery will just pop the song and run.
No. And again, you talked about DOTA a while ago. I love the contrast here. DOTA is just on the opposite side all by himself. Analog?
Yeah, I mean, Analog shows himself in that bottom wave. They were just there. He thought that they were alone, and now Analog's gone. Schofield trying to help out can do nothing as Divine Llama's rushing forward on his own. But you cannot do it by yourself, sir. He is also dead. And more familiars to come here for Gaimin Gladiators. They will surround. And I'll tell you what, John, I mean, they've got to find an answer for all this minus regen soon. It's the Spirit Vessel plus these webs are making it impossible for this Dazzle to keep anyone alive. Like, you're going to need this BKB to come up a lot sooner, I think, for K1. He's about to finish off the SNY, but That BKB, it really just couldn't come any sooner. As Doraccio, maybe he will die. KJ, he's trying to make some magic happen with this Wild Wing Ripper, but it's not going to be enough, and he's gone.
If they see Gaimin plumping up in one lane, they should go to the opposite side. That's where Doraccio's been farming. He's been keeping himself as far away from his own team as possible as the late game check.
Shallow Grave's going to save a little bit. In fact, now Schofield will rush in, and K1 is also there, but Quinn is just standing his ground, not giving a crap, and K1 is just dead. You know, John, it's starting to look like they're a little bit tilted here, as the Vailama will also die, and Analog will closely follow. I almost get the air of just maybe a bit of a loss of confidence in their draft here. So it just feels like they're starting to run at Gaimin. Ace is making things so hard. Like, he really is. Between him and Quinn, and even Tofu, just being able to scout out consistently, and the Celery now finding Divine Llama, apparently, as they are going to try and jump in onto Ace, but the Broodmother is just so tanky, and he's got help. K1 in trouble again. He survives for now, but for how long? The answer is not very long, as KJ also caught out, will go down for a 4-hero wipe. The only survivor is going to be Analog, who just ran. He knew there was no hope.
That Gaimin hasn't touched since Ace died there. Everywhere else is still free game for Gaimin.
Oh boy, K1 caught, and I'll tell you what, John, you can't blame K1 at this point, because he's playing position 1, and there's literally not an inch of space. There is nothing. Like, between Ace and Quinn, again, these guys have made it impossible for him to find any kind of fun. Like, it's too much vision. Even Tofu with the shrapnels, it's just too much.
I mean, Analog's the one eating up all the space. He was hugging the bot jungle, he goes through the gate, he's clearing out the creep wave, he's going to be eating up that top jungle as well, as they take care of the Vi and take care of the tier 3 into the racks. I feel like that's the position Hector should be in. He should have been the one running down through these bot camps. The Dazzle should be on high ground control, just shadow waving the creep wave. And it's just a little bit flipped here for Heroic.
Now Gaimin, do they want to keep going, or do they want to just retreat? It seems like they'll just settle for the mid-tier 2 tower, if not just kill off KJ here, as Quinn is going to jump in, though there is Schofield trying to help out. Quinn, though, tanking through all the damage thus far, as KJ gets caught. Still not dead yet. They will be forced to pop the song. But ultimately, the reset, it's going to allow Gaimin to set up very nicely here for another fight. KJ still being targeted here by Ace, though he's not dead quite yet, but he is now. The Spirit Vessel will get rid of it. It's Divine Llama. Rooted up. Quinn still moving forward. Celery, he'll do the same. They're getting low though. Hold on a minute. Quinn, he needs to run. He's in danger and he's gone. Celery and Quinn are gone. Divine Llama dropping low to Doraccio, but Doraccio is kind of on his own here. He needs some help, but the help is not coming. Doraccio still trying to fight, but he's down. In comes Ace now. One by one they come, but one by one they are falling. Ace, can you do anything here, sir? The answer is no. The answer is no, and Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Heroic are making what appears to be a comeback. Under siege. A friender has been dropped, by the way, Jonathan. Right down to that bottom lane. We'll keep tabs on that one. There's your Gleipnir out from Divide. Doraccio, he's actually dropping quite low, and meanwhile, K1, he jumped the backside onto Tofu, but will ignore him instead, trying to go onto Quinn, but they've lost Schofield. Schofield, the first one to die, and he does not have buyback available. Keep in mind, K1, he's committed his BKB. So is Analog. So no BKBs left here for Heroic. They've got to play without him. It's not going to be an easy defense, but they're going to give it a crack. Gleipnir out again. Doraccio dropping low, but still holds on to the Aegis. The Celery, who'll pop the song. They want Divai Llama by the looks of it. A beautiful Wukong's command to set up. Divai immediately going down. No buyback available. K1 will be the next target. He's completely surrounded, and K1, he'll try to man up through this. They'll drop the shallow grave, but there is no saving this Dragonite, I do not believe, as they'll lose Analog on top. And it might be time. They'll call GG. Gaimin. A pretty convincing Game 1 victory, I'd argue.
And it is. And, you know, we looked at Heroic's draft. You figure with that kind of start on the draft, going for the DK Timbersaw very early on, they'd have this solid foundation to play off of. They got the Enchantress on top, the Dazzle on top, a lot of sustain for themselves. But the answers here from the side of Gaimin were pretty damn clever. We see the Necrotic Webs coming in.
Oh boy, this could be pretty ugly for Analog, John. This is not going to be a fun one. This Ace is having a great old time. Oh boy, this is the Earth Spirit experience, John. This is what you get when you pick this hero. You get counted.
And to make matters worse, Quinn does have the Slugger, so it's just free damage, man. Free damage over and over again every time he just enchants and kills a creep. You get to kick a stone, he gets to kick a body at you, Mike.
Yeah, how great's that? First blood, Dyrachyo going down bottom lane. Divine Llama able to secure first blood already at the level 1 mark. It's just so hard because Analog has to commit Rolling Boulder to secure CS. But the issue is, he rolls into Quinn and cops so much damage as bottom lane. Speaking of damage, Divine Llama is gone. They will at least find Celery, but a very nice
Gaimin.
Well, they can pick up Tofu. That's an easy pick off. Tofu will get spotted. Shards will land, and Tofu this time around cannot get out. He is gone.
Quinn already has that 6, trying to be a little bit cheeky, but there was a Watcher to spot. It's his turn to rotate up top now.
He's still gone. I mean, they're at least going to find KJ by the looks of it. KJ trying to be as annoying as humanly possible and not give the free kill to Quinn. And it might be forced to Ace. Maybe. And in fact it will. Ace will take it. We'll land a follow-up stun here with the Enchanted Creep of Celery, but it's not going to make a difference. K1 is perfectly fine. And Quinn does not want to be here anymore, though Schofield, no, he doesn't even have Cookie anyway. Couldn't really hope for a cancel. No Shack. Ooh, mid lane though. They pop the Echo Slam and Analog finds out the hard way as he will go down.
It just makes it rather awkward. Gives that opportunity onto the mid. You mentioned free space for Analog. I mean, still having to play into a sniper lane with Shrapnel on Scattershot, although the vibe.
They'll get the rebound on Celery. Celery trying to get away. Actually makes it out for now, but the snowball to follow up. Still, Celery is healing and buying a lot of time. Quinn, he might be able to clean up here. Devi, he'll go down first. KJ trapped up by his own shards. Nowhere to go but down. Still trying to run, but Quinn right behind him secures a double kill as now K1 will show his face. Analog, he's going to try to run in. They'll start with the Magnetize, see if they can get something going, but Quinn is still doing a lot of damage here as Schofield. Now going to turn back onto the Earthshaker, still trying, but a nice Fisher Quinn, buying a bit more time, but the Magnetize should tick him out, and it does. Analog with some sweet, sweet revenge now as he could look towards Dyrachyo if he so wishes, but he's lost vision.
But you do find the big one in Quinn. I think the one downside is, again, those two big cores aren't farming. In comparison, Dyrachyo, again, is getting a very free game to just play down bot, playing that jungle. No forward vision, no gate movement out from Heroic to try to punish the bot Mirana just yet. It is still slower for Dyrachyo. Again, Mirana can always just farm up. Oh.
They're moving on Tofu. Divine Llama with a very nice bait, even landing the rebound now onto Ace. They're throwing back to boot. Hands up. Ace is a tanky boy, but not too tanky unless the help is incoming. And it is, but how fast can they get there? Quinn will show up eventually, but it is all too late. He's still hanging around though. He's got to smoke up with Celery, but they are going to back. Doesn't have anything like a blink yet to really initiate with the Echo Slam.
And that's, again, the kind of movement growth needs a lot cleaner this time. Just finding 4 kill Celery.
Does get caught. The Nature's Attendants will fly out though, making it pretty hard to take him down, but eventually they'll have his way with him. Analog with his 3rd kill of the game now.
Starting to ramp up here
on... Almost felt like Analog was trying. In fact, he is trying. Quinn does get hit by the Rolling Boulder into the Magnetizer with the kisses out. Quinn is down. Oh, I've got to give props to Analog here, John. He's doing a fantastic job. Considering the laning stage he had, this is a fantastic performance.
And it is. He's got the Urn up. He's got a little bit more damage to come in. Spirit Vessel coming up next to keep that momentum up. They're still keeping an eye up top. Ace.
Oh, Ace now in trouble. Divine Llama, he's been very good on this Marcy. Constantly being just so aggressive across the map, and Ace looks like he's accepted that he is going to die. Gaimin, they are rotating towards their own triangle, so they're thinking about a fight. But more so, I think Quinn just wants to farm up his Blink Dagger, but Quinn now may have been caught out, and he is. They'll lock him down, Quinn. He's got no help around him. He is gone. Still, they are very low on heroics, so they might try to force a fight here, Gaimin. They do find Analog, but do you have the burst damage? No, the drinking buddies. KJ. He saves the day once again, as Analog will be able to get out of there just fine. Oh boy, and now Devi looking for more. They'll jump on Tofu. The kisses are out. Tofu is down. My oh my, Devi Lama, he wants more. They'll catch Celery, I think, but no. The snowboard not quite landing. Arrow out, not gonna land. Schofield and Devi both avoiding the arrow. As now Quinn is back, but it's all too late. Everyone will retreat. Watching him right now. Not quite the kill they would have wanted, but it seems like they're probably just gonna accept it. Meanwhile, though, mid lane, they have found K1, and K1 is down. K1 is down as Celery still being chased up, but they don't have the control for it. Mid lane, Quinn trying for an invis room, but here comes Analog. Rebound will land, and they have got themselves a mid-earth shaker. Quinn will go down as now Tofu is also in huge danger. Schofield with the kiss is just doing so much work.
Try for a smoke out, but all of Heroics kind of up top eyeing Celery.
Oh, K1 isn't.
Oh?
K1 is not up there though, Jonathan. K1, he's the big boy you want anyway. Boat is going to connect. They realize he was alone and he's gone. KJ unable to help out in time, but here comes Heroic. They want to try and punish. They'll move on a Quinn, the Earthshaker. He'll pop the Echo. He'll try to fight back, but the backup is not there. They'll lose Quinn, but they'll take KJ with them. Another X out. They've got Analog with that X. Just trying to stop him from chasing down Duraccio. But Duraccio is still in danger, has no leap charges available, so they'll just keep going. Duraccio, no way out, is going to drop. Nobody able to help out. It's Analog looking for more now. Celery might be in danger, but they don't have the vision.
Oh.
Though the guess, Analog,
Ooh.
so close he could smell him, but not close enough. 4-man smoke up, Heroic. Looking to make their way into that Radiant Triangle. Ace, gonna break the smoke of KJ. Tofu was around as well, and they'll spot him out now with the ward placed. Tofu, realizing he's not getting away, will just try to de-ward. And actually gets it. But is down. Slowly but surely they get it.
Again, it's not going to stop the Vi at the very least here.
Quinn? Oh, Quinn's going for a solo kill onto K1, but it's gonna cost him. The Echo Slam was just not enough. He was close, but not quite there as they do secure another kill onto the mid-earth shaker. Now 3, 6, and 4. Ace is farming the triangle right now, and that'll be a great pick off to start. Analog, he'll rush in with the roll, but misses initially. Gets the boulder smash, and now the shards to lock him in. But Ace is still a pretty tanky target. They'll have to commit more than that. Tossing him around, Ace still surviving. He'll get the boat out. They'll lock him down with the Gladney, but just so much hesitation to try and finish off Ace's life. He's still walking away. Surely they've got it. And they do. The Ace just bought an infinite amount of time, but nobody was incoming to help. Certainly do not. It does start to feel like they've got the tools though to try and fight back now, like with the BKBs and the Crimson Guard you just mentioned. And in fact, they seem to agree they want to try and move in for this defense on the tier 2 top tower. And Echo Slam already committed. Quinn, he's jumped in. He's after the Llama, but it wasn't quite enough damage, so Quinn now is the one in danger. They'll focus him down immediately, and Quinn is gone. No buyback, but K1, he'll lose the Aegis. Duraccio in huge trouble, leaping all across the place, but is down as the tips do come out from Schofield. Duraccio just panic leaping, and it just was not enough. Meanwhile, Ace, being chased once again by Analog, does not seem like he can get away, as Analog, just too good with the rolls, connects another time, and they want more. They're looking to dive the tier 4 towers. Celery also caught out. Tofu getting kicked out of the fountain by Analog. Oh, the disrespect. What do you like, John?
They might like this.
So happy about it. They may not like this, John. Analog may get caught. Arrow, barely going to avoid him. He'll get the roll away. K1 immediately out of the pit. They want the fight. Gaimin, though, making it hard without giving any vision as they do jump in, but Quinn, he's also jumped in. It's a very awkward start. He gets caught. BKB is there, though, from Quinn. He'll try to fight Devi, but the damage output. Devi, he'll be the first one to go down, but Quinn will closely follow as now Tofu in huge trouble, looking to go down, does drop, and they've even found Ace. They want everything. They'll even chase Celery while they're at it. Analog not leaving him alone.
Mildly narrow window kind of play with that buff. About 9 seconds at max. And they just weren't set up all too well. They might be able to find Quinn again.
Forced the BKB TP out. The
No.
KJ is there with the Walrus Punch in time, and Quinn not going to be too happy with that. He will drop. Unable to get away in time. Still Devi Llama in the meantime. Even finding Doratio there for a second.
Get some tools on hand for themselves. The MKB for Doratio is going to do a massive amount of work here, although...
They've scouted out Quinn. They know he's there. Huge trouble here for the Shaker. He'll try to BKB TP away. In fact, he won't even try to TP because he knows KJ is going to cancel. They still don't seem to really want the fight here, Gaimin. They are going to retreat once again onto their high ground, but Analog's just going to rush right in. He could not give a crap. So does Devi. They'll find at least Ace, but Devi Llama is taking too much damage. Meanwhile, Doratio, just look at the damage output he's taking. K1's got him. Ace is looking pretty dead as well. They do at least finish off Devi Llama, but this Wind Ranger, it's just so much damage. Or rather, the bottom lane is where Heroic will start. They've got the Roshan banner, but Tofu is making easy work of that on the sniper, as now KJ does jump in with the kickback. He's already found Ace, the Kunkka. He's a tanky boy. Quinn with the Echo, but it just hasn't done enough. The damage just wasn't there, as now K1. Oh, look at this, Joe. I mean, how is this balance?
Ain't it great? Isn't Wind Ranger amazing, huh?
Yeah, just cool. I mean, GG, they've seen enough. This Wind Ranger, you can't let it go through, man. It's just not a fair hero.
And it certainly isn't. Lots of output out from Hector, and very well played from Heroic. I think a lot of this game came down to just how active we were seeing Devi.